Hey, what is up, salamis? My name is Richie, and yes, I just said salamis. Yeah, all for a meme. Okay, so since this is over now, we can create some secret rooms, some secret entrances actually, and I have 4 of them for you, and they're all very easy to create, and I'll quickly show you guys how you can make them. So let's get right to it. All right, so starting in with the first one, we have a basic room here. It looks pretty normal, right? So you have some paintings on the wall here, and there's nothing too special, I would say, right? So just some blank walls, and somewhere in here is a secret entrance. And if we're gonna press this trigger, we're gonna see where it is. So, of course, it's in front of us. So this is one way in how you can create some secret entrances, and I'll quickly guys show you how you can make this. Okay, so for this example, which I obviously just made, you don't obviously have to copy and paste the exact example. Just be creative, and I just show you the way on how stuff like this is made. So for this example, we need the broken wall from the article gallery, and we need the normal wall of this. So what you want to do is you want to place down, obviously, first of all, the broken wall, and then you want to make it so it looks like an actual wall. So we're gonna copy and paste some of the stuff here. So now we want to take the normal wall and make it a prop. So just turn it into a prop by just turning on the building to prop feature here, and then we're gonna copy and paste it over here and place it inside of that wall. So but you can see if we place it directly inside with like no edges or whatever, it's kind of jittery and it doesn't look really good. So what we want to do is we want to place it a little bit outside. So there's a little corner here. So like this. And then we want to, first of all, think on how we can decorate this so it doesn't look too bad. So there are a couple of options. Obviously, in my case here, I did it with like pillars and, just so to make the edges not seem that big. What you also can do is go in here and then go into the free mode here, where you can have no grid snap, and then you can very carefully push this thing in, like very carefully push it inside, so the edge turns very small and there's almost no edge. Obviously, there's like you can not really have it super perfect because then it would be again this jittery effect here. But if you just place it a little bit outside of it, so you only have this small edge here, it looks just fine. And then you can place down some pillars or whatever to make this look seamlessly. Okay, so I will leave it for demonstration purposes, and to make this look a little clearer, I will leave this on a big edge. So now we want to find a way in how we can make this this wall here disappear without destroying the wall behind it. So there's a couple options, but I think one of the best options is to actually damage the first wall and then put an explosive device here and make it make the damage only as big that only the first wall gets destroyed. So you can see if you're gonna put them out here. So let's put them both out here. So where's this wall? Hello? Fortnite Creative is extra buggy today. Okay, well, never mind, then we just take this one. So you can see if we punch it here, this wall has 450 health, and this one has the same health, which is good for us, which makes it a lot easier. And obviously, if the wall behind would have like less health, it would be a little bit more complicated, but in this case, it works perfectly fine. So what we can do now is just damage the wall once or twice. Oh yeah, here's a wall. This wall gets actually destroyed and not the one behind. So we can damage it once or twice. Keep in mind, the more you damage it, the more cracks will the wall have. So if I would punch it one more time, the cracks will be very visible and it would not really fit into the environment here. So keep that in mind if you create stuff like this. You have to obviously take care about the rest of the environment. Okay, so also very important, if you hit this wall like twice or whatever, this wall will stay on 350 health even if you publish the game. Like, this wall will now be damaged forever. If you for some reason copy and paste it again, this wall will be back to normal health. So keep that in mind. So what we want to do next is we want to place the explosive device. Preferably we want to place it in front of it, but obviously it depends on you where you want to have the explosion and if you want to damage other things, and that's obviously on you. So what we obviously want to do is now set the explosive damage to 350, since the wall is also 350. And obviously we want to give it a channel so we can have it explode somewhere. So that's already done here. So we have this channel right here. And, that is basically all it needs. So now you have to obviously set it up very nicely so it looks not like this. Obviously it looks like not very hidden. Make it more like this one. And then you're almost done. And now we can try it out, quickly hop on it, and you can see it worked perfectly fine. Obviously, this wall is also a little bit outside, but you know, you get the point. Keep that in mind that you obviously will damage this wall as well, so it will have the cracks. But I think for this example, it looks really nice. Because obviously like an explosion would damage a wall, and this one looks very cool with the explosions, same as in here. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so here I have the same example also with an explosive device, but this is using a little different method. So you can see if I step on here, only the middle piece explodes, and the rest stays there. So it looks like there's just an opening for a new path or whatever. So how you can do this is because this one is using a gallery called the indestructible gallery. So in this gallery, there are only a few things. That's the reason why I will rarely recommend using it, because it's not really a full gallery of super amazing stuff. But you can use it, for example, like this. So there are these rocks in here, for example, which you cannot damage at all. There's no way that you can damage them. And also the explosive device cannot damage them, even if turned on the indestructible damage. So they're just not destructible. And this one is obviously a normal one from the normal gallery. You can see if I hit it, it just can be destructed. It is just a normal piece of prop, you can say. So if you just place a bunch of these indestructible things around a normal prop and then make the explosive device in the middle, you can obviously do the same thing as with the wall over here. Obviously the grass as well is indestructible, and the dirt behind here is also indestructible. So you can do a bunch of cool stuff with it, but obviously it's a little bit limited because there are not a lot of stuff in this gallery, so keep that in mind. Okay, so moving on to the next one. This is like a laser gate. I know it's not really secret, but it looks really cool. So you have basically a gate of lasers which kind of block the entrance, and this is just made with using the normal props here, the lamp props, and then there's a invisible barrier behind it. And you can just see there's just an invisible barrier behind these spotlights here, and then you can just turn it on or off with a trigger device or whatever you want to use for that. So it's super simple, but it looks super nice. It gives a super cool effect with just combining a couple of things. And for the last one, I have the super easy version, which is basically using stuff from the known collision gallery, which is a gallery which basically has stuff where you can walk through. And this is an example of this. So you have a wall, and then you have a nice, how's it called in English? And you can see that it's nice and cozy, and then you can, I can just walk through that, and it's a super nice secret place. But that is obviously the super easy version, and it also, same thing, doesn't work with everything. There are just specific props. They're mostly like paintings and stuff like that. And yeah. And that is basically it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Obviously it was more on the beginner side of the videos, but I think it's equally important as making super intense mechanisms, you know. So let me know what you want to see next. Also, I'm gonna publish a Discord soon, so keep an eye on that. I'll probably put that on the community tab. So I will see you guys in my next video, and have a great salami. Bye.